guys, I am at my favorite antique store in Johnson City, Tennessee today, so let's go shopping. This antique store is the one that I go to. It's kind of like my go-to antique shop, and it's just, they always have good prices. And if you're anywhere near Johnson City, I really recommend you come to the antique, gosh, why can't I remember? It's called the Village Antiques and Home Decor Mall. And this is just a really great store. So it's been at least 2 or 3 weeks since I was here last. I'm not really sure, but I have a lot I need to get done today. So I may not spend very long in here, but let's go see if they've got anything new or exciting. And either way, it should be fun.
That was what I needed. The more I felt drowning it down, needed to see a way out somehow. Give me a reason, give me a change, give me something to look
heart of Jesus and the cross. The shadow from a window pane.
Y'all are gonna think I buy the most random stuff when I go antiquing, but I can't wait to get home and share with you what I got today. I was excited. I was real excited because it's something I've been looking for over a year and have just never wanted to pay the price. And sometimes waiting pays off. So I'm really, really excited. Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm in my family room, and I actually haven't filmed down here in a while, but the things I got in Johnson City a few days ago are all going in the family room, and I'm really excited to share these things with you. I think when I was leaving the antique store, I said something about like buying really random stuff. And you know, if you've been here for a while, you know that I'm kind of quirky. I like what I like. I found one thing that I've been looking for over a year, and I was so excited because it's not that I haven't been able to find it, but I haven't been able to find it at a price that I was willing to pay. And this week, I actually got a really great deal. I almost felt bad about buying it because it was just such a great deal. And the lady, well, I'll tell you that story in a minute. But anyway, before I get into today's haul, I did want to invite you to go to my website, homemakerssociety.com, and download August's bucket list. It's just a free printable, and it's just fun ideas that you can do in the month of August. You know, no pressure, but just ideas that you might like to write down on your calendar and plan. It's also just a fun printable that you can, you know, hang up on your fridge or use in your, if you use like a household management notebook or your planner. You could even reduce the size and like print it on sticker paper and put it into your planner if you use a planner. But it's just a lot of fun. I do one each month, and they're always free to download. So I will leave the link for that down below. And then also, again, I wanted to remind you guys, it's not too late to still order my home planner. Let me grab that. I actually have been working on them. I actually put them together and bind them myself here at home and ship them out. And I work on my table back here. So this is the Home Companion Notebook, the 2025-2026 Home Planner from the Homemaker Society. And it is just chock full of helpful ideas. Every week has a homemaking tip that you can incorporate into your routine. Think about, add it to your routine if it works for you. Every month has tips. There's bucket lists, there's tending lists, there's budget lists. There's just all kinds of stuff in here for every month. And I just really believe that this is helpful. If you need help managing your home and all of your to-do lists, this is just a really great resource. So I will leave the link for this down below as well. And I'll be shipping out more this week. So that's exciting. If you don't like the academic year planners where you want like your planner to start in January, I totally get that. And I typically use a yearly planner that begins in January as well. So just to let you know, I will be having, hopefully in September, I will have the 2026 planner from January, 12-month planner from January through December will be available beginning in September sometime, but I will let you guys know when that comes available. And yeah, you can learn more about it. So anyway, where do I start? Okay, so like I said, you guys know I kind of like just fun retro things that, I don't know, just fit my personality. So I am a huge like outdoor person. I don't get to go like hiking and stuff as much as like hiking and camping as much as I used to. But when my kids were growing up, we went on campouts at least 4 times a year, and we went hiking at least twice a month. So I have just always really, really loved being outside. And in fact, one of my goals for 2025 was to spend 1,000 hours and actually track it, 1,000 hours outside this year. I think I'm running a little bit behind. I need to go on some campouts or something so I can get more hours in. But I think I'm at like 400 something hours outside. I try to spend at least an hour. This month has been hard because it's been so hot. And for Kentucky, like the mountains, it's not usually this hot and humid, but this has been like the hottest summer I can ever remember. It has just been really, really hot. And, so I've been spending an average of 30 minutes to an hour outside this month. July has just been really tough. But I typically spend a couple hours outside every day. And having the goal of spending 1,000 hours outside this year has, really prompted me to be even more intentional about getting outside, soaking up that sunshine, remember your sunscreen and stuff. But it's just really good for you to be outside. So, not sure how I got off on that. Well, so not the point of this video, obviously, but yeah, I tend to collect things that just really speak to my childhood memories, and I like bright colors. My house is traditional, but down here in our family room, this is like the basement floor, and if you haven't seen like my makeover videos, I posted those probably 1.5 to 2 years ago. Let's see, when would that have been? Probably November 2023 is when I started, like, we got the ceiling done and everything. So then I started decorating, and I posted like videos of our makeover back then. So I really, really love my family room. It's bright, it's cheerful. It feels like it's been here for 30, 40 years. Obviously, like the room itself has been, but all of the stuff in here, when we started renovating our house in 2018, this room was one of the last rooms. We're not done, but this was one of the last like big projects that we did, and we finished it in 2023. But it sat with like the ceiling ripped out and no electricity down here. Because we were rewiring, we had to rewire the house. And so this room in particular, we actually couldn't use for several years. I want to say that maybe 2 or 3 years went by before like it was completed. And that was a long time. So I was so excited to get this room back and be able to, redecorate. And my couches, we bought off of Facebook Marketplace. And like some of the things down here were things that I've had, for the 20, how long we've been here, 22 years that we've been in this house. But a lot of it we replaced. But I replaced it with things that looked like it had just always been here. And for my family and like my extended family, when they come, everybody loves this room. And we spend a lot of time down here. I have 2 tables, and we like to play board games and card games. And whenever we have our big family gatherings, we get, or even when we have smaller family gatherings, we just like to play games. So we spend a lot of time down here. I have seating at tables for 10, and then I have like, my other furniture, rocking chair, recliner, things like that in here for, I think I have seating for 16 or 17 And then if we need to, we can pull in more tables and chairs. So, yeah, this room just really, it's just one of my favorite places in the house. It's happy down here. There's so many good memories down here. And my goal for my home is that no matter who comes, they feel like they're at home. I just wanted a cozy space. So it's not fancy, it's not trendy, but it feels like home. And that's what's important to me. So back to today's haul. When I went to Johnson City, I actually struggled. I ended up putting several things back in my cart because I just didn't want to spend a ton of money. And there were a lot of things that I actually really wanted to bring home with me, and they were good deals, but I needed to make choices, and I did. And I feel really good about my decisions. When I was editing like the first part of this video this morning, there was a few things that I was like, oh, that was such a good deal. I wish I'd brought it home. But at the same time, I try really hard to be responsible and stay in my budget when I go shopping. And it has to be something just really great for me to kind of like spend more than I had planned to spend. So I feel good about my purchases. The first thing I got was this Yogi Bear Takes a Vacation book. And you guys, the colors go so well with my family room. And not only that, but I mean, I grew up watching Yogi Bear, and those are good memories for me. I also really love like just the retro vibe of this little children's book. I paid $3.99 for this, and I just thought this was so cute. And, you know, I know that I tend to buy like things that are a little weird, maybe not your typical home decor, but it makes me happy. And I feel like I'm able to create a space in my home that my family really feels comfortable in, and it's fun. Yeah, I'm planning to put this on a plate rack and display it as part of my home decor. I'm not just going to put this on the children's book shelf. I think that, I mean, you know, when my grandkids come, if they want to read this book, that's totally fine. It is a little bit more delicate. The spine is a little worn. So, you know, if I read this to my grandkids, I will probably be the one to like hold it and read it to them. I think that would be fun. I don't know if kids today watch Yogi Bear. I don't think they do. That would be fun. We could stream it on the television for them when they come. But just what classic childhood memories, right? It's just so cute. So I was really excited to find this one. And then the next thing I got was this, and it's too big for me to like pick it up. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you. I bought a croquet set, and I have been looking for a croquet set for at least a year, maybe a year and a half. I thought that it'd be just a lot of fun to have a croquet set that we could use in the yard when we have, you know, holiday gatherings in the summertime, Easter time, just when we get together, that we could go outside and play croquet. I remember playing croquet once or twice as a kid, and we didn't have a set, but I think I went to some parties where they had croquet sets. And I have been looking for a croquet set for so long, and I never wanted to pay the price that I usually see for them. So typically when I see a set that's in good condition, it's anywhere from like $75 to $85, maybe more dollars. And, you know, it's just a lot of money for something that, you know, we might just use a couple of times a year. And but I wanted to be able to display it also in my family room. And I found this one. So let's take a look at it. Okay, so here she is. And I paid $36 for this. And I almost felt bad because the owner of the booth was in her booth when I walked past. And I had said, hello to her because I think I kind of got in her way. And anyway, I had said hello and I asked her if it was her booth, and she said yes. And I actually didn't even notice the croquet set until a minute or so later, and I was like, oh, this is really cute. And I was like, I really like that croquet set. And she said something about it. I can't remember the conversation, but anyway, I hadn't gone in there thinking I was going to buy a croquet set. It was marked at $40, and I was like, I'm going to think about that, you know. And so I told her, I said, I'm gonna have to think about this. I might want to get that croquet set. And I started to walk away because I genuinely just, you know, I already had put things in my cart, and like in my mind, I thought, well, you know, if I buy a $40 croquet set, that was more than I had intended to spend today, and I'd have to put things back and all of that. So I was just going to keep shopping and give it some thought and decide whether or not I wanted to come back for it. And she said, well, if you want it, I can give it to you for $36. And I said, oh, that sounds great. I said, I'll definitely take it home with me. So, yeah, she actually took it up to the front of the store for me. And, you know, I continued my shopping, and I ended up putting a few things back. And getting the croquet set. And, you know, gosh, if you look at the Yogi Bear and the croquet set, they're like in the same color family. I was really just tickled pink. $36 was such a good deal, you know. And I mean, I was just so excited. I was so excited to get such a great deal on a croquet set, something that I have wanted for so long. And have just never been able to find one that was, for me, like a good price. So, you know, that's just a good reminder that if you hold out, you may really find that one thing that you've been looking for a long time at a better deal. You know, it kind of depends on how rare something is, but sometimes holding off on your purchase really does pay off. So that was really exciting for me. It has 6 balls, and it has 6, what are those called? And it has 6 mallets. I think that's what they're called. I don't know. And then it has some of the wire. I don't know anything about croquet. I feel like I get on here on the videos and just have no idea what I'm talking about most of the time. It has the wire, little like things that you hit the balls through. And then of course it has the rolling stand. So, yeah, it was just really fun and cute. You know, it's a little bit dirty. I don't know if I'm going to like spend much time like trying to clean it up. It looks like it has been well loved, and that's okay. Like, you know, literally everything in my family room, almost all of it is secondhand. So I am not bothered by things looking secondhand at all. I mean, it just adds to the charm of it in a lot of ways. So I love the like summer camp vibe as well, like the colors, the stripes. I don't know if you guys have seen the, like, what are they called? The Pennington blankets, I think. The national park blankets with the like red and green and blue stripes. Oh my gosh, I want one of those blankets so bad, and they cost like $300 something. They're really nice. But maybe one day I'll get one of those. But for now, I've got the stripes on the croquet set, and I'm just thrilled. So those were the 2 things I got from Johnson City this week. And there's something else I've been meaning to share with you guys. I actually bought it. It's been several months ago, and at the time I made a video, but then I didn't have time to edit, and that has just kind of like that time has passed. So I'm not probably going to ever go back to that particular video footage and make a video from that day. But I found this vintage, it's big, so I'm gonna turn the camera around. But I found this vintage green thermos cooler. And you guys, when I saw this, it was on sale I'm gonna have to go back and see if I can find, but she had marked it down. I'm gonna go back and see if I can find the footage for that because I can't remember how much I paid for it. But I remember at the time just thinking like it was a good deal. And this is the real deal, you guys. It has like a glass bottle. This is what I'm drinking today. L8. It has, you know, one of the pop top metal pop tops for glass bottles on it. And if you open it up, it has the little like plastic basket. I can see myself, you know, we got a camper this year and we haven't used it yet, but I can see myself like using this cooler to go camping, and I'm super excited about it. I'm currently using the cooler here in the family room. It's just part of my decor, but it's one of those pieces of decor that I will definitely like use when I go out. And like when I go camping, maybe when I go to the lake. I was thinking yesterday that we have not been to the lake at all this summer. This has been, we haven't done a whole lot like we usually do this summer, but that's okay. We've been at home and I've been gardening and things like that. But this cooler is one of those things that I've purchased that I don't know like how insulated it is. I mean, did coolers work really well in, I'm guessing the 70s or 80s? I don't know exactly when this was made. I haven't looked it up. But I really, really like it. And I'm sure you guys can see why. It definitely fits my personality, fits my national park vibe that I really, really love. And yeah, I was super excited about this cooler. So anyway, I really appreciate you guys joining me for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I try to put out 1 or 2 new antiquing videos every single week, and I travel around and I go to different places, and it's just a lot of fun. So if you haven't, if you're new to this channel, you know, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. So, oh, and leave a comment below. I love chatting with you guys down below. So I will see you next time, and yeah, have a good day.